one. Let's hit it, everybody. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the Sports Report Express. You're Ryan, the Sports Report Express train. All aboard. All aboard, everybody. You're hopping aboard the Monday Sports Report Express. I am Sportscaster 89. I do my daily sports reports on my YT channel. You guys can please subscribe to my channel on the right-hand side where you click the notification button on the right-hand side where I do my daily sports report expresses. So please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Sportscaster89. Before we get started today, I hope you all had a tremendous weekend. There was a lot of sports going on over the weekend. We had the Preakness going on this past weekend. We had the last day of the NBA regular season. It was really wild. We'll tell you about the playoff picture that came into focus yesterday. All 14 games yesterday had playoff implications. We'll tell you the play-in scenarios for the East and the West. We'll tell you the NHL today. Tomorrow, we'll give you the hot-button topics across the National Hockey League, across the MLB, and across the NBA. But today, we're just going to preview all the playoff action that happened yesterday in hockey. We're going to do some MLB today. We're going to check standings as well for you all in the MLB and the NBA. You know, we'll wrap up. We'll put a bow on the regular season as well. Preview the play-in scenarios that are happening in the East tomorrow and also the West on Wednesday. So without further ado, guys, let's get started with the St. Louis Mets. They wrapped up their series against Daytona yesterday. They took 5 out of 6. Like I said, they took 5 out of 6 yesterday. They got the win yesterday afternoon. Let's look at the scores from yesterday. In the Low A Southeast yesterday, we will take a look. The Low A Southeast from yesterday, May 16th, which was yesterday, we'll take a look. So, Clearwater losing to Fort Myers yesterday by a final score of 5-2. Palm Beach defeats Jupiter 4-1. Tampa defeats Lakeland by a final score of Lakeland losing to Tampa by a final score of 4-1. Dunedin beats Bradenton by a final score of 6-3. And St. Lucie gets the win over Daytona by a final score of 2-1. Cam Ott got the win for St. Lucie. He goes to 2-0 in the year. Rugg gets a loss for Daytona. He goes to 1-2. Moreno gets his first save of the season for St. Lucie. The Mets defeated Daytona yesterday by a final score of 2-1. Murphy hit a home run for St. Lucie. Serta hit a home run for Daytona. St. Lucie gets the win over Daytona. They win the series over Daytona yesterday by a final score of 2-1. The Mets are off today, and then they'll start a 6-game road swing against Palm Beach tomorrow. Like I said, they'll start their road swing in Palm Beach tomorrow. It's not open to the public. It's at Roger Dean Chevy Stadium tomorrow. Palm Beach will take on St. Lucie. Once again, the game is not open to the general public tomorrow. Like I said, the Mets' next homestand will be a week from tomorrow, where they'll take on Daytona in a 6-game series. A week from tomorrow, the Mets will be at home to take on Daytona. That's their next homestand at Clover Park. So like I said, you guys, Daytona and St. Lucie next Tuesday. That's the Mets homestand, their second of the regular season against Daytona, a 6-game homestand starting next Tuesday after they play Palm Beach for 6 at Roger Dean Chevy Stadium. Once again, St. Lucie defeats Daytona yesterday at Jackie Robinson Ballpark 2-1 in favor of St. Lucie. Let's take a look at the up-to-the-date standings in Low A Southeast. Wait a minute. Episode 3. Can't do this today. I just did all right. Let's get the standings from Low A Southeast. Let's take a look. Okay, guys, give me a minute here. Let's look at the standings in Low A Southeast. St. Lucie is in first place at 8-4, followed by Daytona at 6-6 at 500. The Mets are 7-3 in their last 10, followed by Jupiter at 5-7, and finally Palm Beach, the Cardinals at 5-7. Over on the other side of Low A Southeast, Tampa's in first at 9-3, followed by Bradenton at 7-5. Clearwater and Fort Myers are in a third place tie at 6-6, Lakeland at 5-7, and Dunedin at 3-9. Once again, let's look at Low A Southeast standings one more time. St. Lucie is in first at 8-4, followed by Daytona at 6-6, Jupiter at 5-7, Palm Beach at 5-7. Over on the other side of Low A Southeast, Tampa's number 1 at 9-3. Bradenton is second at 7-5. Clearwater's at 6-6. Fort Myers also at 6-6. Lakeland at 5-7, and Dunedin at 3-9. And now let's look at Major League Baseball. Give you guys the scores that are going on right now. Okay, let's take a look at yesterday's slate of action across Major League Baseball. We'll start in Baltimore. The Yankees losing to Baltimore yesterday by a final score of 10-6. The Giants beat Pittsburgh yesterday in PNC Park 4-1. Toronto beat Philly by 2, 10-8. The Red Sox get a game-winning home run by Shohei Ohtani in the top of the ninth to give the Angels a one-run victory over Boston 6-5. The Cubs defeat the Tigers 5-1. The Rays sweep the Mets at Tropicana Field by a final score of 7-1. The Astros sweep the four-game series of the Rangers, their rival, 6-2. The White Sox defeat the Royals by a final score of 4-3. The A's defeat the Twins at Target Field yesterday by a final score of 7-6. The Brewers win by a run at home at Miller Park, salvaging the sweep against the Braves yesterday by a run 10-9. Next, we head to Colorado at Coors Field. The Rockies lose by a run at home to the Reds, 7-6. The Nationals shut out the D-backs in Arizona, 3-0. The Mariners defeat the Indians 3-2 at Safeco Field in Seattle. The Marlins defeat the Dodgers to salvage the sweep against the World Series champion Dodgers at Chavez Ravine yesterday by a final score of 3-2. And finally, last night, to wrap up the Sunday slate on this Sports Report Express on this Monday train, the Padres defeat the Cardinals 5-3. Once again, let's repeat the scores for you all one more time. The Bronx Bombers lose to the Orioles yesterday 10-6. The Giants defeat the Pirates 4-1. The Blue Jays beat the Phillies 10-8. The Angels defeat the Boston Red Sox on the road yesterday by a run at Fenway on a game-winning home run by Shohei Ohtani, a two-run shot to give the Halos a one-run victory 6-5. The Cubs defeat the Tigers 5-1. The Rays defeat the Mets 7-1. The Astros defeat the Rangers 6-2. The White Sox defeat the Royals by a run at Guaranteed Rate Field 4-3. The A's defeat the Twins yesterday at Target Field on the road by a run 7-6. The Brewers defeat the Braves by a run 10-9. The Reds defeat the Rockies by a run at Coors Field 7-6. The Nationals defeat the D-backs in a shutout yesterday from Arizona 3-0. The Mariners defeat the Indians by a final score of 3-2 from Safeco Field in Seattle. The Marlins defeat the Dodgers by a run 3-2. And the Cardinals lose on the road last night in San Diego by a final score of 5-3. Now, let's look at today's action in Major League Baseball. We'll start at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. The Reds will take on the Giants in the opener of a three-game series. Starting at 6:40 Eastern Time, the Mets will take on the Braves from Truist Park in Atlanta. The Nationals will take on the Cubs from Wrigley Field in Chicago. The Twins will take on the White Sox from Target Field in Minneapolis. The Angels will take on the Indians this evening from Angel Stadium in Anaheim. It's the Indians and Angels going at in a series. The Dodgers will take on the D-backs in Los Angeles at Chavez Ravine. match for tomorrow. Okay. So to repeat the scores for you all, actually, we'll repeat the schedule. All right. Let's repeat the schedule for today, everyone. The Yankees will take on the Rangers in the start of a 4-game series from Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. Garrett Cole on the mound for the Bronx Bombers against Jordan Lyles and the Rangers, 8:05 Eastern Time. The Reds will take on the Giants at 6:40. The Mets will take on the Braves at 7:10. The Cubs will take on the Nationals at 7:40. The White Sox will take on the Twins at 7:40 Eastern Time. The Angels will take on the Indians tonight at home. The Dodgers will take on the D-backs from Dodger Stadium at 10:10. The Rockies will take on the Padres at 10:10. And the Mariners will be at home to take on the Detroit Tigers from Safeco Field in Seattle at 10:10 Eastern Time. Now, let's look at the up-to-date standings in Major League Baseball. Let's start in the American League East. The Red Sox number 1, followed by the Blue Jays in second, the Bronx Bombers in third, the Rays in fourth, and the Orioles in last in the American League East. Now, to the American League Central we go. The White Sox are number 1, followed by the Indians, the Royals, the Tigers, and the Twins. Now, to the American League West we go. The A's, the Astros, the Mariners, the Angels, and the Rangers round out the American League West standings. Over to the National League we go. It's going to be the Mets number 1 in the National League East, followed by the Phillies, the Braves, the Marlins, and the Nationals round out the National League East standings. Now, to the National League Central we go. The Cardinals, the Brewers, the Reds, the Cubs, and the Pirates. In the National League West we go. The Giants, the Padres, the Dodgers, the D-backs, and the Rockies. Once again, we'll repeat the standings for you all in the American League in baseball. We'll start with the Red Sox, number 1 in the East, followed by the Blue Jays, the Bronx Bombers, number 3, the Rays, number 4, and the Orioles, number 5, to round out the American League East standings. Now to the American League Central we go. The White Sox, number 1, followed by the Indians, number 2, the Royals, 3rd, the Tigers, number 4, the Twins, number 5. That rounds out the American League Central. To the American League West we go. It's the A's, number 1, followed by the Astros, then the Mariners, then the Angels, and the Rangers to round out the American League West standings. Now, to the National League East we go. The Mets are first, followed by the Phillies, the Braves, the Marlins, and the Nationals round out the National League East. Now, to the National League Central we go. The Cardinals, the Brewers, the Reds, the Cubs, and the Pirates. Now, to the National League West we go, everyone. It's going to be the Giants, the Padres, the Dodgers, the D-backs, and the Rockies round out the National League West standings. And now let's go to the NBA. Let us preview the play-in tournament that's going on tomorrow and Wednesday. We'll start with tomorrow in the East, and then we'll go to Wednesday in the West. We'll tell you the matchups you need to watch. This is the play-in tournament for seeding in the NBA playoffs in the East and the West. Here we go. Before we get to that, we'll get to last night's action in the NBA that had playoff implications yesterday and last night. The Knicks are going to be the 4 seed in the East, winning by 4 over Boston, 96-92. The Knicks are the 4 seed in the East. They'll get a home series against the Atlanta Hawks starting this weekend. The Knicks are the number 4 team in the East. They'll play the Atlanta Hawks, the 5 seed, this weekend in the NBA playoffs in the East. The Wizards win by 5 over the Hornets yesterday, 115-110. The Pacers get a 12-point victory over Toronto, 125-113. The Spurs lose by 2 to Phoenix, 123-121. Steph Curry had 54 points yesterday against the Grizzlies, winning by a dozen, 113-101. The Sixers get the win over Orlando yesterday at home, 128-117. The Brooklyn Nets will be the 2 seed in the East, winning over the Cavs yesterday, 123-109. The Hawks will be the 5th seed in the East. They'll win. They got the win over Houston, 124-95. The Heat will be the 6th seed in the East, defeating the Pistons yesterday in the regular season finale by 13, 120 to 107. The Jazz will be the number 1 seed in the West, defeating the Kings yesterday by a final score of 121 to 99. The Blazers will be the 6th seed, defeating the Nuggets yesterday by 16, 132 to 116. The Clippers will be the 4th seed as they lost to the Thunder by 5, 117 to 112. The Lakers will be the 7th seed. They'll be in the play-in situation in the West, beating the Pelicans 110 to 98. The Timberwolves defeat the Mavericks, winning by 15 at home, 136 to 121. And the Bulls defeat the Bucks by 6 at home in Chicago at United Center, 118 to 112. Let's repeat the scores for you all one more time. The Knicks will be the 4th seed in the East, winning by 4 over Boston, winning 96 to 92. The Wizards are going to be in a play-in situation. Though they got the win yesterday over Charlotte, they win by 5, 115 to 110. The Pacers defeat the Raptors by a dozen, 125 to 113. The Suns defeat the Spurs by 2 in San Antonio, 123 to 121. The Grizzlies lose at Chase Center in San Fran yesterday by a final score of 113 to 101. The Sixers will be the top seed in the East, defeating the Magic yesterday 128 to 117. The Nets will be a 2 seed in the East, defeating the Cavs 123 to 109. The Hawks will be the 5th seed, beating the Rockets 124 to 95. The Heat will be the 6th seed in the East, defeating the Pistons by 13 yesterday, 120 to 107. The Jazz will be the number 1 seed in the West, defeating the Kings yesterday in Sacramento, 121 to 99. The Blazers will be the 6th seed in the West, defeating the Nuggets 132 to 116. The Thunder beat the Clippers by 5, 117 to 112. The Lakers defeat the Pelicans in New Orleans 110 to 98. The Timberwolves defeat the Mavericks at home at Target Center by 15, 136 to 121. And the Bulls defeat the Bucks in Chicago yesterday by a final score of 118 to 112. Now, let us take a look at the play-in scenarios and the playoffs itself in general, and we'll go from there. All right, you guys. Don't forget, you guys, the play-in tournament begins tomorrow. Let's look at who is going to be in the play-in scenario. This is what we're going to preview right here. The play-in tournament begins tomorrow. It'll finish on Friday. I repeat, the play-in tournament schedule is out. We'll tell you guys who is playing who. The play-in tournament begins tomorrow night on TNT. The Pacers and Charlotte Hornets will go at it at 6:30, followed by the Celtics and the Wizards going at it at 9 on TNT. This is the play-in scenario. If the 9-10 loses, they're done. But remember, whoever wins this one will advance to the winner of 9-10. Remember, they will advance on Thursday to play loser of Game 2. So, repeat, guys, State Farm NBA play-in tournament commences like this. The Hornets will take on the Pacers at 6:30 tomorrow night on TNT, followed by the Celtics and the Wizards at 9 Eastern time. On Wednesday, we got the play-in tournament scenario in the Western Conference. It'll be Memphis against San Antonio at 7:30, followed by the Lakers and the Warriors going at it at 10 o'clock. Like I said, in the East, the winner of Game 1 will play the loser of Game 2 on TNT in the East. In Game 4 on ESPN, the winner of Game 3 will play the loser of Game 4 on ESPN on Friday. And now let's take a look at the rest of the playoff schedule in the NBA. The Jazz will play the winner of either Golden State or the Lakers. The Suns will play the winner of either the Lakers or the Sun or the Warriors. The Jazz will either get the winner of the Grizzlies or Spurs or whoever is the loser in this game or the winner of this game. Like I said, in the East, it'll be the Pacers and Hornets going at it. on one side of the bracket. Then you have the Celtics and the Wizards going at on the other side, the play-in on Tuesday, which will be tomorrow night. Then in the playoffs, you have the Knicks going at against Atlanta. The Heat will take on the Milwaukee Bucks in another playoff series in the East. Next, let's go to the West. The Nuggets will take on the Portland Trail Blazers, the 6-3 matchup. The Mavericks will take on the Clippers, the 5-4 matchup. The Clippers will have home court. The Mavericks will play the Clippers in the first round. The Nuggets are a 3 seed. They'll take on the Portland Trail Blazers starting this weekend. Like I said, the playoffs begin this weekend in the NBA. The play-in tournament, like I said, will begin tomorrow. You have the Pacers and the Hornets going at it at 6:30 on TNT, followed by the Celtics and the Wizards at 9 o'clock Eastern time. Wednesday, the Grizzlies will take on the Spurs at 7:30 in game 3 of the play-in in the West. And then game 4 will be the Los Angeles Lakers going at it against the Golden State Warriors at 10 on ESPN. So now let's go to the NHL. And then we're going to wrap this puppy up for the day. All right, guys, let's look at the NHL games that happened yesterday. Let's go to the scores from yesterday in the playoffs. We start the Lightning defeat the Panthers by a goal 5-4. The Wild defeat the Golden Knights 1-0. The Islanders defeat the Penguins in overtime by a final score of 4-3. The Islanders lead that series against the Penguins 1-0. The Lightning lead their series against the Panthers 1-0. The Wild lead their series against the Golden Knights 1-0. And the Flames defeat the Canucks in Vancouver last night by a goal in Game 1, 6-5. Let's look at tonight's slate of playoff action in the National Hockey League. We'll start with Game 2 between the Bruins and the Capitals at Capital One Arena in D.C. on NBCSN at 7:30. Next, Carolina will take on Nashville, Game 1 from Carolina on TNBC. And then, to wrap up the slate in the NHL playoffs, Stanley Cup first round, it's the Blues and the Avalanche going at from Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado. Once again, let's repeat the games that are going on this evening in the National Hockey League playoffs, Stanley Cup first round. It's going to be Boston and Washington, Game 2 on NBCSN at Capital One Arena in D.C. at 7:30. Next, from Carolina, Game 1, Nashville and Carolina at 8 o'clock Eastern time on CNBC. And finally, it's St. Louis going at against Colorado in Game 1 of their first-round series in the West. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for the day. I'm Sportscaster89. Don't forget, you guys, we'll wrap this up today. Don't forget, you guys, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Sportscaster89. I am Sportscaster89. Don't forget, you guys, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Sportscaster89. I'm a specialist Florida athlete that competes in basketball, track and field, bowling, and golf. I'm also an athlete. Input counts for USA Games next year. I am also a minor league announcer for the San Jose Mets. I entertain you guys on what's going on in the sports world. I educate you guys on what's going on, and I inform you on what's going on in the world of sports. So don't forget, you guys, tomorrow we'll do another edition of the Sports Report Express on this Tuesday. So don't forget, you guys, tomorrow is another edition of Sports Report Express. I am Sportscaster89. I hope you all have a tremendous Monday. We'll see you all tomorrow for another Sports Report Express train right here. Same time, same place right here on YT. Don't forget, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the notification button on the right-hand side. I am Sportscaster89. I wish you all a tremendous day today on this Monday. We'll see you all tomorrow for another Sports Report Express. It's the Tuesday edition, so come on back tomorrow. We'll have the recap of all the action that happened in sports, and we'll preview the night ahead in sports tomorrow. So don't forget, come back tomorrow, same time, same channel. I am Sportscaster89. Wishing you all a tremendous Monday. We will see you all tomorrow. Have a tremendous day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.